Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the Commonwealth once again breaks a record in the fight against COVID-19, and doctors here in our region remind you not to skip out on your annual checkup this year.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you. It's Wednesday. I'm Dakota Make-Grisson. It's 4:59. Let's take it over to Brandon for a look at our forecast. But Brandon, before we get to our forecast, it's a holiday today on Wednesday. We talked about it before the newscast.
We did.
It is Dolly Parton's birthday, so we have to tell her happy birthday before we even get started this morning.
There you go. Maybe she'll see it.
Hopefully, maybe she's tuned in.
That's right.
With the WYMT News app.
Exactly, exactly. But yes, happy birthday to her. We're going to continue to watch our forecast. Not happy birthday to us. We're going to be seeing some more mess today. We've seen most of that snow melt yesterday. The clouds moved back in overnight, and temperatures are actually on the way up. The clouds are still streaming through parts of the region. You might be seeing a little bit of clear skies, but they have picked up and increased in coverage overnight. No rain just yet, but it'll be along for too long. Temperatures, like I said, on the way up right now. We've got 27 in Jonesville to 42. Make sure that, nope, 43 in Irvin, actually there, a little bit warmer than Monticello, so a big range there this morning. So we're kind of splitting the difference. Some of us still have snow. There's still quite a bit of snow at my house. I'm sure some others who live in sheltered areas, shaded areas, are seeing that as well. But the rain will melt that today before we get more snow later tonight with a big-time cold front that drops those temperatures. We'll talk more about that coming up here in just a little bit. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, the Commonwealth hit another milestone as the Omicron surge continues. We learned that Kentucky passed 1 million total COVID-19 cases on Monday. Numbers were released yesterday from the weekend and Monday. Since Monday was a federal holiday, the state reported 8,700 new cases yesterday. Now that brings our case total to 1,014,703. There were 16 new deaths as well, putting the Commonwealth's death toll at 12,614. The positivity rate is at a record 30.25%. And Governor Andy Beshear addressed the high number of cases and hospitalizations. He says Saturday was the highest single-day case count yet. Hospitalizations are also up, but not quite to the levels as during the Delta surge. The governor says Omicron, despite seeming to be less deadly than previous waves, still poses a significant threat.
The number of people that it's impacting, that it is infecting, is pushing our hospitalization to near what we had in Delta.
Dr. Stephen Stack continues to say vaccination is the best defense against COVID-19, with the governor saying unvaccinated people will likely have the worst effects of the illness. Teams of National Guardsmen and women are helping in hospitals across our region, and hospitalizations from COVID increase. They plan to be there for the next few weeks at least. Doctors from Baptist Health Richmond and Lexington both say the Omicron surge has come with new challenges. These hospitals now have teams of 15 guardsmen and women helping in any non-clinical support roles they can.
They're really able to help support us and work with, our environmental services team, our supply chain, helping us with screening and helping us guard and, really helping us with traffic flow out front at our drive-through COVID testing site.
Well, doctors are urging people not to come to the emergency rooms right now unless it is an actual emergency. Well, as demand for COVID-19 tests are surging, now you can order free test kits directly to your home through a federal government website. COVIDtests.gov officially launches today. It takes only a few seconds to order kits, but supplies are limited to 4 tests per household. Orders will ship through USPS around 1 to 2 weeks after ordering.
That's the future, is more of these at-home tests where you can take responsibility at home and make sure you stay away from others when you're actively contagious.
Following an order from the Biden administration, people who purchase additional test kits can check with their insurance to see how the cost will be covered. Doctors are asking how long it has been since you had your last wellness check and screenings. Healthcare workers say the numbers for annual appointments have dropped since the pandemic began, and now they are seeing the negative side effects of diagnosis that could have been found 2 years ago. They are encouraging you to visit your doctor for your annual checkup, especially if you have previously had health issues.
Please get screened according to the guidelines It's incredibly important to have a long, healthy life, to find things early.
Well, doctors say detecting diseases and illnesses early can be the key to saving your life. Well, Governor Andy Beshear signed Senate Bill 25 on Friday. Now, this bill gave every school in the Commonwealth 10 additional non-traditional instruction days. Pike County school officials say this will be a big help due to the climbing number of COVID cases throughout the state. Every school district already receives 10 NTI days for district-wide use, but these new NTI days hold some stipulations and can only be used for pandemic-related emergencies.
Yeah, recently 10 additional NTI days were approved. However, they do have different stipulations other than the original NTI days. So as far as we're concerned, they're going to help us.
So far, the Pike County School District has used 8 of its 10 original NTI days. Well, the funeral for legendary Kentucky basketball coach Joe B. Hall will be private. The Kerr Brothers Funeral Home says the decision was made due to COVID. The funeral home website in Lexington did not say when the private funeral will be held. Coach Hall died Saturday morning at the age of 93. He became the head coach at UK in 1972 and later led the Wildcats to the national championship in 1978. Well, thank you so much for getting your Wednesday morning started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up next, a town down in Louisiana finally sees some improvements to its drinking water 5 months after being hit by a devastating storm.
And while temperatures will be warm enough for rain today, they will crash tonight, bringing us our second chance for winter weather in the last 3 days. I'll track it out for you in about 3 minutes.